Hi, my name is MDC Hasselmore, and I am here with Tatanka. We go by Tonka from before. Are you still using Tonka or are you using something else at this point?
I'm still using Tonka.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so he is returning back to us. It's been a little over 2 years since he's been here. And he does know that we are doing this on video. I did explain that sometimes when our whole team is not here, it's a good thing for the video to be done so that way they can see what happened during our initial screening and assessment time period. And then later on, it also helps us develop the plan that we're going to work with on a treatment if we're going to be able to keep you on for a residential facility side, or should we use our outside treatment where you come in and out, okay? And that, but then you're able to go back home. So that's what we're looking for to see where the needs are for real. Alrighty, so I know we've been over this before. I'm sure you might remember some of the questions. So I do need to still go over some of this again because we're looking at where you are today, not what happened the 2 years ago when you got here. Okay. Um, but if there's any other questions or something you want more specific, by all means, just stop me for a minute, and I'll explain maybe a little bit more in detail if needed. Okay.
All right.
So my first thing on here is I want to kind of ask you about your glasses. Are those the prescription ones, or are those just sunglasses?
These are just sunglasses.
Okay. Can you do me a favor and take those off though for us? Okay. Thank you. I like to see the person I'm working. Mine's are prescriptions, so I got to keep mine on. It's the only way I can read everything. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you. All right, so the first thing I want to go over on here is, have you ever used any of these? Not just like yesterday or 2 days ago. We're talking about like even when you were young, maybe even in high school, something like that. Okay, so that's what the first part of these questions are about. Okay, so have you ever used any tobacco products?
Yes.
Okay. What about alcoholic beverages like beer or wine?
Yes.
Okay. And what about cannabis?
Yes.
Okay. What do you call cannabis these days
Weed.
over there? You're calling it weed still? Okay. What about cocaine?
No.
No? Okay. What about amphetamines?
No.
Okay. And what about inhalants like glue, petrol, any
No.
paint thinner, anything like that?
No.
Okay. And then what about sedatives or sleeping pills?
There's a sleep aids from Albertsons count.
Anywhere, yes, that's anything like that. But we're talking about like the sleeping pills, more like also like Seraplex, the Rolipinol, anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Not that kind, but the kind from Albertsons. Yeah.
They were sleeping pills though.
Yes.
Okay.
They're called Sequel.
Okay, that's fine as long as it's sleeping pills. What about hallucinogens like LSD or acid?
No.
Okay, because I know they call that stuff Special K now.
No.
Okay, none of that. Okay. What about opiates like heroin or morphines?
No.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Now we're going to be more specific now at this point. Okay. So we're looking now in the last 3 months. Okay. Have you? How often have you used any tobacco? Because we're talking about the ones that you actually used.
3 times a week.
3 times a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, also we're looking. You said alcohol was yes.
Yep.
So what are we looking at on that one?
Every day.
Every day. Okay. What about the weed?
I actually got off of weed.
Okay, but in the last 3 months?
It's been about 3 months.
It's been about 3 months.
Yeah.
So okay, so roughly, let's say on the 3rd month that's when you stopped. Before the 3rd month,
before the third month for sure, because it's already July.
Correct. Okay. All right. If it's been a little bit on that. Now, when you were doing that one, how often were you doing it then? Let's say in the 4 months ago.
4 months ago, I was already weaning myself off, so it was like once or twice a week. I've been trying to better myself,
Okay.
so I've been limiting it.
Okay.
So I got off.
So you didn't go cold turkey?
No.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay, and then the other one you said was sleeping pills. What about those? How are you doing that in the last 3 months?
I use them like twice a week, normally on weekends.
On the weekends?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have any of these, like the tobacco, has it led you to any kind of health issues, legal issues, your social? Does your friends hate it?
Actually,
Financial?
it's opposite. My friends actually like it. That's why I smoke like 3 times a week. I smoke with them.
Okay. What about the well, you were saying you're pretty much not using the weed anymore,
Mm-hmm.
but so they're not bugging you about that?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about financial problems? Did any of it like cost too much? Did you find that you had to maybe pawn anything because you needed that cigarette?
I never had to pawn anything for cigarettes. The only thing, like, last time I smoked weed was because this girl offered it to me. She was really nice.
She was nice. Okay. So it's more like it's really because of the friends issues, your people that you're around.
Yes.
Okay. How often have you failed to do what was normally expected of you because of your usage on any of this?
When I was younger, it got in the way of a lot of things.
Like what?
Got in the way of me showing up to one of my classes, but I didn't care for it at all. I was doing one of my other classes.
Okay.
I figured it was useless.
Okay, when we're saying younger, we're talking like just like maybe 6 months ago then? Was
No.
that the in between after you left us?
When in between, I didn't get. It never actually affected me because I've been pretty okay.
Uh-huh.
I've been managing myself because of my ex more than anything.
Because of your ex?
Mm-hmm.
Did your ex leave or?
She left.
Okay. Did that make you miserable? Was that like maybe the trigger that helped you kind of get back into some of this because now you're back with your friends?
It was my trigger to get off of most of this stuff.
Okay, because she's no longer around.
Correct. But I kind of messed up with her.
Okay. All right. So, okay, we'll come back to that a little bit more. All right. Now, so what kind of answers this question when we're talking about like your friends or relatives or anyone else that expressed concern about your using? Was she the one who was bringing in the concern about it to begin with, or she's the one that was helping you do it?
She didn't really care about it that much.
Didn't care, so she didn't say one thing or the other?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anyone actually saying that they have a concern about it? I mean, because you are back here again.
My new friend told me that I should limit my usage, and I figured I should come here.
Is that female or male?
Female.
Okay. Now, just kind of wondering, then are either one of these, well, I guess the other one's a new friend.
Mm-hmm.
So who's the one who has your child? Was that the one who left or something? That's another one still.
That's another one still.
Okay. So she isn't, kind of getting on you?
No.
How about that maybe you should stop using or stop smoking or anything like that?
Seeing as for the past 6 months, I've been pretty okay with my baby mama, that she doesn't really care that much about my personal life anymore.
Probably what? Is there any conditions when you're with your child though?
Yes, that I can't be smoking.
Okay.
But I've been clean of weed, and no one cares about cigarettes other than myself.
And then when you're with your child.
Yes.
Okay. And what about the drinking part? Does she got issues about you drinking? Like, are you with your child when you guys are having your outside party, but then you got to take the baby home, and so you got to drive the baby with the baby?
I only drink after everything is done. I've settled everything.
So you're kind of changing on that part.
Yes.
Okay. And did she kind of like demand you to change that part? Because I remember that was an issue before.
Uh,
Or it was like a concern that what if that was back then it was you guys were going to be together to stay together. So now at this point, did she draw the line and say you can't drink, or how did that come up?
she never drew the line with my drinking, but I drew them for myself so that way I wouldn't be locked up, so I could watch my kid grow.
Okay, all right, because you still want to be involved in everything. Okay, so this kind of goes good where you have actually tried to control or cut down and stop using. And so as far as the weed right now, we're looking at 4 months ago since the last usage.
Yeah.
But you were already cutting down at that point so that you could stop. You didn't do cold turkey issue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. That's really good actually, because sometimes people just go cold turkey and then it's easier for them to get triggered back. So you did good by slowing it down. So it's been 4 months since the weed, and then you did do that. You've cut down on your smoking because you don't have one yet, and I'm actually surprised because I remember before we had to do this outside, so that's really good. It's a good thing, but you're still smoking. But are you looking at now to completely stop smoking altogether down the road?
No.
No? Okay, you just want to be better at it?
I like to keep control, and that's about it. Like, I don't want it to rule me, but at the same time, I myself enjoy it.
Okay, I understand that. I can understand that. Have you ever used any drugs by injection, though? Now, we're not talking about we're not talking about insulin or anything like that, but we're talking
like hard drugs.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever done any of that?
When I asked my friend to hit me up with some of it, his exact words were, "Next time you ask, I'm beating your ass so hard you forget."
So would that mean it was a no?
Yes, it was a
okay,
no.
it was a no. All right. So in the end, you never did any of it, not even on your own.
No.
Okay, that's okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad you have some friends that kind of offer you stuff, but then you got friends who actually say no. So I guess that's a good thing.
Ironically, it's the same friend.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
He'll give me weed.
Okay.
He has,
but he has his limits. He draws his line. Gotcha. Okay. Now, are you still on the reservation, or are you off the reservation? What's going on now?
Off the reservation.
You're off the reservation. Okay. So you're also then away from a lot of those people, or do you keep going back?
Kind of half and half. Like, they come with me sometimes, and I go with them sometimes. So it's half and half.
Okay. No, I understand. No, but I'm just saying, but you're not really surrounded like before, where you were always there, and you didn't really get off the reservation. But now that you're off the reservation, it's more you when you visit. Is that also when you go visit your baby?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. All right. Well, I really thank you for talking with me, and like I said, I can see so many differences already, even in your conversation. You still stare a lot at me, but that's okay. I'm used to that.
That's why I wear my shades.
I understand, but no, that's really good that that you're also able to express a lot more than you used to in the past. So we're going to still take a look at everything, and then we'll come back and we'll bring you back in and have the team really see where we can go with you as far as how we're going to do it. I think you might really be better off with us going with an in and out system rather than you having to stay at the facility. Okay, just by going, over what you're looking at and what you've already succeeded in.
Mm.
Okay, um, but I'm glad you're still looking for some assistance, and hopefully we will be talking really soon. We're looking probably tomorrow, so go ahead and enjoy the rest of the day.
Alright.
Okay, and like I said, thank you so much for allowing us to also video the conversation.
Alright, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, we like to thank, I'm sorry, we're going to thank him again. And just to let you all know, we'll be looking at what we can do for him. Do we have to keep him here at the facility, or can we do an in and out treatment? And I think at this point that might be the best because he's done a lot. And we want to keep going and probably give him some new tools to work with, some new aspects for him to also keep control of what he's really looking at. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day.